Hello and welcome back to the Three Muscateers. I'm sitting here with, and they've swapped sides today, as they did last time. This is Peter Scudamore-Smith, the cultivator of all things cultural at Uncorked and Cultivated, and our scribe to the stars, Ken Gargett. And I'm Chris Deacon, the resident Booze Hound, and we're here today to review a few more wines from Grays, and these are the cheap and cheerful range to go along with the 4 bubbles that we tasted last time. And we're starting off with a Burgundy Chardonnay from the 2020 vintage, I think, 2020. So we'll have a look at it. Ken, we'll start with you.
We only swapped seats to see if you noticed.
Pierre who?
Pierre Armand.
Yeah. Pierre Armand.
Very French name.
Yeah.
Indeed, indeed.
Yeah, I'd like to meet him one day.
Yeah.
So would they. It's a big forward, ripe, sort of exuberant style. It's much more broad than it is long.
Harking back to that Rothbury sort of style.
You think Rosemount? Yeah. Poor old Len Evans would be spinning in it. But look, there's some good fruit in it. It's a thoroughly pleasant drink.
Okay, I'd like to say bonjour to Pierre, the owner of the Chardonnay. It's unwooded. Bourgogne means anywhere in Burgundy. It's a rich and fat and very charming on the exuberant side. So almost a 3-year-old wine.
Probably from the Languedoc side of the Meursault.
So the bottom end of Burgundy, but it's nice and tight in the palate, just got rich flavour, a lot of colour. It's very green and lemony, flavourful, unwooded. Make sure you chill it when you drink it.
And I think there's a bit of Malo character in there, which is sort of filling that palate right up.
Fattening.
Yeah. Okay, so we're on to number 2, and this is the Le Dauphin, is it Côte de Rhône Rosé?
It is.
Côte de Rhône.
Could you repeat that name?
Le Dauphin.
Cellier des Dauphins. Cellier des Dauphins. From Drôme.
They're not switching over to learn French,
So
are they?
this will be a Grenache, Mourvedre style.
Grenache, Syrah, Mourvedre,
Just trying to see where.
Carignan, a blend of 4 or 5 grapes.
Yeah.
And you notice the orange colour, which is very much a southern Rhone characteristic. The Rhone produces a lot of flavourful, rich and full-bodied rosés. This wine doesn't have a lot of nose, so don't stay too long there. Go to the palate. Rich, dry, good 13% alcohol, and lots of texture.
It's more it's the texture's the thing more so than the flavour, I think. It's a pleasant summer, chill and swill.
I really like it. I think that fullness on the palate and then that drying little whack of acidity.
Have you met a wine you didn't like?
Once I did.
And I'm glad you drink rosé, Chris.
Yeah, no, I'm secure enough in my manhood to drink rosé.
Even from the south of France or the Rhone Valley in France. I see where the producer in this property is from a town called Drôme, which is right in the heart of the basically the Rhone Valley, which grows Shiraz, Grenache, a bit of Grenache Blanc if you want white Rhone, a little bit of Viognier. This may even contain some white grapes, but it'll be
Viognier in the south?
Yeah, mainly, and even further into the Languedoc. There'll be probably Grenache dominant.
So number 3 is by the same maker. It's a Grenache Merlot, no designated vintage.
No, IGP. This is
on the label, and it's IGP, which is a classification of quality of sorts.
And it stands for?
Indicazione
Geographica something.
Protected, which is European Union classification. But the producer is called the Cellier des Dauphins in Drôme, and this is their fruity, early release jammy Grenache, rich and savoury Merlot blend.
That's pretty much it. It's
cheerful.
lovely, simple,
cheerful.
just designed to have something to drink on the Friday night footy or pizza night.
Good
or
food wine.
Without nice, cheap and cheerful.
Yep.
No pretension.
I don't get a lot of Merlot character on it, but there's a little bit there in the background, that little florally.
It's nice.
It's very quaffable.
Nice, sweet and sour, and very much made along the Australian line. So it's very much a fruit style. No oak, stainless steel tank. Probably is a single vintage, but very young. So probably 2-year-old or 3-year-old. And the Merlot sort of gives the Grenache some oomph and colour if you drink with your eyes.
And last, but certainly in my opinion, not least, is the Reserve from the same maker. This is their Côte de Rhône Rouge Reserve from
2019.
2019. So that'll be Grenache Shiraz Mourvedre.
No, Grenache Shiraz.
Grenache Shiraz, is it?
60-40.
Oh, very cool. Is that what it says on the back? Your eyes are better than mine.
You can just taste it.
Of course you can.
So it's Grenache dominant. But, Grenache rarely has a lot of colour, but this one is obviously seeped up by the Syrah. A lot of character. The wine is showing what we call whole bunch fermentation. In other words, a very spicy smell of mint and from the stems.
A brambly sort of
Very
type character.
and very earthy. But that gives wine character. And this is an absolute cracker.
Lots of flavour. It's got good grip. It's got good length. I think the previous 3 wines, good flavour, enjoyable, but this one is a bit better structure. It's a bit more serious. It's got more length, more drive, nicely balanced, terrific fruit. That's quite a serious wine.
I think it's a very good. As you said, the last 3 good without being great. This one, I think, is an absolute cracker.
Lots of plums.
What was 19 like? What was the vintage 19 like? Pretty good, wasn't it?
9 out of 10. The wine has lots of plums, lots of fruitiness, lots of depth, a nice bittersweet, which is very much a Grenache characteristic. A little bit of oak aging, but it's in the background. And this is a wine to grab, and I'll need to take some of this home.
I think that one would do really well with steak or, something beefy. It could go with anything. It's really a very good wine.
Beef bourguignon.
I'm very impressed. Whatever they've done, they should get more of this in. So that's our wrap for these wines. They're all good wines. They're all well made. And like Ken said before, there's no excuse for not making good wine with all the technology and computers and bits and pieces available to everyone.
I said that last week.
Oh, did you?
Okay, you should say
Well, I just remember everything you say because I take it like gospel.
Okay.
So you should.
The key to these wines is their freshness. Wines must be fresh, so they've got to travel from Europe to Australia, which is a fair trip, 11,000 kilometres. And by the time they get here and go through the sales system, they've got to look good in the bottle shop or in your refrigerator.
So we'd like to hear from you. Give us a look in the comments down below and let us know what you think of these. We're pretty happy with them. And once again, it's good night from me and it's good night from him.
Au revoir.
If you like the wines the boys tried today, click the link below. Glassware supplied by RK. Chris, Peter and Ken travel first class, but only when someone else is paying. This has been a Three Muscateers production.